you guys formulated the group in Cali? Am I wrong or right about that?
Yeah.
Did you guys...
Yeah, we're from Cali. We're from Cali, and we formed it in Hollywood, in a studio apartment.
So did it happen by mistake, or was it something that was planned? Because I mean, to get a deal with Interscope is a pretty big deal for any upcoming artist, if I'm not mistaken.
We weren't even really trying to get signed. That was the whole thing.
We were trying to run away from it.
Yeah, we didn't want to really, but you know.
I mean, I'll tell you how it happened. I get into it.
Get into it. Yeah.
We were making songs together.
Right.
We were like best friends and just hanging out in Hollywood. And we started DJing. And because DJ Ham came by and said, the late great,
right?
You know what I mean? Right. Rock in peace. And he came by and he wanted us to produce a commercial for him.
Right.
So he gave us this electro CD, and we had never really heard this type of music before. And I remember we were sitting there and we lost our mind. You know, like, what the fuck is this? And the shit was dope. It had Justice, had like Uffy, had some rock electro, had some punk stuff. And it was amazing. So we were DJs. We were going to go to WMC, the big party in Miami.
Right.
We had heard so much about it. We were making a mixtape, and we made I'm in Miami, bitch, before we even went to Miami. Just on what people had said about how WMC was. And we were so excited that we made this song. And then we went there. And the song was exactly the way it was. And it was even, I mean, maybe it wasn't exactly the way it was, but since it said drink all day, play, that's what we had to do. Right. And since we said Naked Twister, you know, that was a joke, you know, we didn't, you know, but we had to play it. The first night we played Naked Twister.
Beautiful girl, man, she was fine.
Man, actually, did I wrestle her?
You bit her ass on camera.
Yeah. Then she got like mad and shit.
No.
I think someone was in a headlock or something.
Yeah, then y'all was pulling hair.
Something.
And you was really drunk.
That was drunk as I ever been.
What about the big, super big goose bottle?
Yeah. That we gotta get some footage from that because that was fucking crazy shit.
Red Bull.
And so we're gonna do it, man. We gonna do it.
We had Red Bull up to here. We had a bottle of goose. We finished that shit in like 2-3 days. It was on, man.
And we bunked with not bunked but shared a room with a crazy Russian, who we had never met before.
Oh, it's a rap.
Russian, man.
Became fans.
That's a salesman.
It's a rap right there.
That's a salesman.
What do you mean a salesman?
He's a salesman, right?
Yeah. What you need? We need a salesman?
Yeah.
Oh, for the publicist stuff.
That's a motherfucking salesman. He got guns too.
Yeah. On his MySpace, we had never met him before. He's a fan of. Well, he was a fan of Red Bull. I used to do a solo thing, and so and he was like, "Yo, let's meet up at let's share a hotel and we cut the cost down." So he was like cool and stuff. But one day I checked his MySpace and he used to have money and like automatic weapons around on his MySpace, and I was just like, "Damn, man, how's that legal?"
Already booked the ticket.
We already booked the ticket and shit. And everybody was like scared, and so we met him up. And the first day,
wait. We had a joke, like we on the plane. We like, man, what if this motherfucker got a piece on him with a gun? They're like, no way, he ain't gonna bring no gun with him. Like, he's a stupid man. He's just a nice little white guy. He's cool.
Yeah, man. The first day, man, we were all changing, ready to go out, and he puts his suits up in the. He's like, well, us, we just keep the shit in the suitcase, our clothes and stuff. This guy's putting his suits up and shit, got his little iron and stuff, oh, that motherfucker. And he pulls out his Glock 9 and shit, puts it on the thing on the bed and shit. It's okay, this motherfucker.
It looked like, like when the cop is talking and taking it, just put it on the chair, look at you. Go back to
yeah, just to check, just to let you know, like,
I got
this motherfucker. And so, it had his little case, and I looked at him, he looked at me, what the fuck? So we go out and
you asked him?
No, yeah, we go out, but he brings his gun, he's putting his suit on, and he like, yeah, this is nice, and we all just, yeah, it's dope, but we're in the back of our mind like, this is some bullshit, what the fuck?
Man, 28 special.
Yeah, goddamn. So we get in the car, and right before we pull away, I said, what's the facts on this, man? I mean, you got the gun and stuff. I mean, can you drive? I mean, what's the, you know what I mean? What's the thing? He's like, oh, I got a license. And he pulled out his license. He's like, I can carry, you know, in Florida, you can carry a gun and shit.
Right.
So, okay. So we start driving. He's got some tint on his window. I guess that's not legal. Cop pulls us over. I mean, but you know what? I wasn't scared at all because we asked. That's how he licensed up. So then the cop come in and started rolling on the window and, you got tint, illegal tint, and you this and that. And he's like, yeah. And then they asked him a question, do you have any weapons, sir? And he said, yeah, I do. And then they said, oh, well, where? And he goes, right there. They said, oh, don't touch me. He was like grabbing for the shit. They like drew on him and shit. And we in the back, and then they got real crazy with us, like, yeah. Also, no. So who's these homeboys in the back? Yeah, homeboys in the back. Y'all stay in the back. So then he just said, just point to it. Just point to it. So then he pointed, and had a gun, and they got us out there. And now we're on South Beach. It's the first hour where it's in Miami. And the cops pulled us over, and the people driving by and yelling, and I mean, I felt like a badass criminal.
We live hard, like on the wall.
Yeah, we was like, yeah, it's going down, And
yeah, do it.
Yeah, I felt. They had the gun, and so, but you know what? The motherfucker was licensed.
Yeah.
And they gave him back his gun.
They took his bullets, though.
They took his bullets, but they tied a tie in the gun so he couldn't. She had to cut the tie if he was going to use it, or I don't know.
As soon as we drove off, though, he said, oh, yeah, they took my bullets?
Yeah. Let's roll. But so we convinced him not to take the. No, he still took the gun out.
Sure did. Just put it in the trunk.
And it was stupid because then he was like, well, we can't park here. Why? Well, because I'm carrying a gun. And I just got mad. Hey man, why are you carrying that shit, man? We vacationing, man. It's no big deal.
What you say?
Yeah, oh shit. But so he was like, he felt bad. So
but it was stupid though, because you know how the holster, you put it through the belt loop, right?
Yeah.
And so he's walking basketball pants, right? And he has the gun, so it keeps sliding down because it's elastic. So he's got. I'm coming. He said, like, I'm gonna put this in the trunk because this ain't working for me.
Yeah, it's like, let's go to the beach. Okay, get your gun, so just relax.
Yeah, got my Coronas, got my umbrella, frisbee, and my pistol.
But he was cool, man, And so we just did the damn thing, and to get back to the point was the Miami for a week with, my neph, the girls, the drinking, the crazy Russian. It was the best times of our life.
Right.
I mean, the best vacation. It's just fun, drinking, just hanging out. And we came back to LA, and as a lot of people do when you have a great vacation, you come back, you're like, shit, I gotta go back 9 to 5.
Right.
Fuck. And it was like, we learned something, and we felt that we needed to live this life that we did. And so we just said, let's do it. So we kept DJing, and we started making songs. And then eventually we stopped DJing and just performing, and boom, here you go. And so, Interscope was always, we always did the stuff ourselves.
Right.
We made all the music and stuff. And so Interscope has offered us a deal that we couldn't refuse, and we just felt like we could do everything faster with Interscope. We could still do the same thing without them, because we already had songs on the radio, we had a booking agent, we were already getting at that time about like 5 G's a show. And it's just that with that big team and that leverage, we felt that, boom. And plus, will.i.am's a friend of ours.
Right.
Since 7th grade, since old school. So we figured, we just partner up because he had all the knowledge. He had done it before. He could coach us and stuff like that. I ain't talking to the man in the month. So that's
pretty much it.
That's pretty much.
Let's go! To the club, dance to the beat. Can't keep it in all, my hands off me.